Okay, this video is for all you new customers whom we and my family and I very much appreciate selecting the TwEECer as your tuning solution. You've never had CalEdit installed on your PC, so this should be a fairly straightforward process. Begin by opening up whichever browser you use and going to our website, www.TwEECer.com, and going to the downloads, and you can either select the install guide and click the links from there, or you can directly download from here. We'll go through this process. It opens up. You can click here and you have some directions. You see that's downloading, and once it has completed, it will, depending on whether you have any virus software or security software, it may scan it first before it finally saves it to your downloads folder. I do not have that, so I can go straight to my downloads folder and see that it has downloaded it. Now, Windows by default, I believe, because it doesn't recognize this file type, will leave it like this with the .dat extension. It might be possible that you need to go to the view and then show file name extensions. And then you can either right click on it and rename, and it'll allow you to come up here and remove the TAD period, or as Windows is wont to do, you can click and then wait a second and then click again, and it'll do the same thing. And once you remove that, it's gonna warn us that as the message shows here, but it's also going to say that there's already a file there, so you say yes, and it doesn't matter, they're both the same file, but in your case you wouldn't have that last issue. So at this point you can just double click and wait for the install, and the default folder is CalEdit under the x86 program files. You can change this if you want. Some people will install it under their user folder. I do that sometimes in testing. I haven't had any issues with it, but you can also just take the default, click next, and then install, and it will roll through. It'll just take a few seconds depending on the speed of your PC. And once it's done registering some files, then you can click finish, and that should be the end of the process. You can go to this PC, local disk, program files x86, and then CalEdit, and you see everything is there. Very important to note that there's a user guide here, a PDF, that you can use in reference. I like to make a shortcut into the quick access, so I can just click on that and take me there, because you'll want access to the log files and the calibration files. Now you can save your calibration files to your user folder, which is what I recommend. These are just there for reference and playing with for people who are looking at the software. Now you would access, you can either go here depending on how you have your Windows interface set up. You can see CalEdit has a folder listing here under all programs. You can run it from there. You can link it to your taskbar, however you like to do things. And here it comes up, and it comes up with the default A9L just because, you know, it's a quote-unquote demo mode. That does not mean that the A9L calibration or strategy is what you will need. It might be, but there are several hundred strategies depending on which calibration you have. One strategy covers multiple calibrations generally. Anyway, that's the short of it. The long was get to reading and playing with your new TwEECer. Thanks.